Since 2000, year 2000, if I'm right, we've had a very extensive collaboration with National Human Rights Commission. I think the first major research done by Cleen Foundation that was published was police community violence, and was just laid on by the two. So we just decided we must talk to National Human Rights Commission. What was the episode? That was the Taraba episode. We don't analyze in this country our problems, and therefore we then never tend to find solutions to them. Here was the scenario. According to the press, reports we have in the press, a group of policemen were in pursuit of a kidnapper. While they arrested the kidnapper, in the process of taking him to a particular place of detention, on the way they encountered a military formation and they were shot at. And some of them killed, and it became a national discourse. For 2 days, some of us agonized while police and the military were insulting one another, and there was no authority to intervene. It was very sad, no authority. Within the first 12 hours, I would have expected an office, and I think General will talk to it later. I would have expected an office. Those of us outside will say probably office of the National Security Advisor, or maybe we didn't have that office, that's why the gap existed. That should never have happened to allow for 12 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours of mutual insult against forces, not even against personnel. I think this was one of the reasons that Cleen Foundation said we need to bring people together to discuss. Is there a gap? Do we need an officer that immediately will mediate, and it will not be the press that will be the place where the people are laying their grievances? In that debate, I remember talking to someone, he said the military versus the police. I said, no, these are military personnel versus police personnel. These are not institutional conflicts. These are not institutional conflicts, but because they are not addressed immediately, it became an institutional conflict over 3-4 days. And this is the kind of thing we want us to reflect on. Where are the gaps in our structure, in our architecture, security architecture, that create this kind of mutual suspicion and, of course, conflict amongst the personnel of our security agencies? What needs to be done within the internet with these various security agencies that they can work together with mutual respect? And I'm very happy we have people who have come. We chose General Agwe on his own record. Many of us know him very, very personally, intimately. I think I've known him now for at least 3 decades. When I say I know him, I really know him very well. But I think it was Colonel then. It was Colonel GS of 3rd. I'm not going to talk beyond my rank, so that I can still have my way to Jos. But since that, I think that was 1991, 92. We've remained very, very close. When he was Chief of Army Staff and CDS, I think I was his greatest critic. Each time I see him, when he's in Jos, incidentally we go to the same church in Jos, I pull him aside. I say, what is this we think we are doing? He will laugh at me and he will give me one joke, and that solves the problem. So I just thought he's the kind of person who speaks his mind in a very frank manner. We don't want self-deception here. We don't want grandstanding along agencies. What is wrong? We are talking about Nigeria. How do we get Nigeria to have a security architecture that flows from one to another in a seamless way? And we brought people who have retired. I can see my friend J.I.J. Yesufu retired, who also has graciously come for this occasion, and a number of retired officers in the group. We wanted retired officers because, again, I know people in uniform. I told you I've had almost 4 decades of relationship. One of my jokes with uniform people is the present commander is the best that they've ever had. That is part of the sense of the uniform. the best, the current commander is the best that they've ever had. I said, if they all best, it should have had cumulative effect in the quality of the institution. But the one is the best, so the current IG is the best they've ever had. The present chief of army staff is the best. The current president is the best. What happened to the previous best? That means we're having cumulative best. So we should have a fantastic institution, but that's not the case. Do we need another office for coordination? What do we need to do? Is it an amendment of any law? I do hope we have a very good discussion. We're going to what is popularly called the Chatham House Rule. The Chatham House Rule says anything you say in this room is protected, and nobody should attribute anything that anybody says to him or her outside of this room. If you do at your own risk and not to the risk of the person, because we will say the person never attended. Not to talk of having made that statement. You become the liars and the police will come after you for lying to them. So we want very frank talk, and I do hope we have very useful discussion. Thank you.
The discussion today is a problem-solving discussion, so we look forward to the deliberations as they go on. If you have your programs with you, we're moving on to the next item, and that is a statement of purpose. And taking us through that session is Dr. Benson Olugo. He is the Executive Director of Cleen Foundation. Sir, you're welcome. Let's appreciate him.
The Cleen Foundation, formerly known as Center for Law Enforcement Education, is a non-governmental organization with the mission of promoting public safety, security, and accessible justice, and working with strategies of empirical research, legislative advocacy, security demonstration programs and publications, and we do this in partnership with government institutions, the private sector, and civil society organizations. The series of the Public Safety and Security Dialogue is a reform-driven idea which we have planned to hold quarterly with a view to influencing policy, legislative and operational responses to public safety and security concerns in Nigeria. The central objective of today's dialogue will be to critically examine the concept of interagency collaboration in practical terms and its imperative for public safety, security in Nigeria, and to suggest realistic solutions to reduce interagency fractions through collaborative strategies. Nigeria is increasingly experiencing diverse security challenges, both in many forms and dimensions. Of course, we know that as I speak, we have 36 military deployments in 36 states of the Federation. This has its own impact on civil-military relations. It has its own impact on the relationship between security agencies, especially the police that has the primary responsibility to promote law and order, and even the psyche of an average Nigerian when there are military deployments. But of course also, we know the provisions of the Constitution, that the Constitution says that the primary responsibility of the armed forces is to maintain the territorial integrity of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But because of different challenges, which I don't need to mention, the military is now involved in internal civilian operation. And of course, we know that there are challenges with that. And these are the issues that we have to confront every day. And this is why we feel it's imperative that we continue to discuss. Because a house divided against itself will really not stand. The fast-changing security landscape has seen an increase in the scale of response from a multiplicity of security and law enforcement actors aimed at addressing security challenges in Nigeria. This sectoral response has regrettably resulted in clashes at different times between several and different security actors in recent times. From clashes between law enforcement officials to the Taraba saga and many other reports in the public space. These reports not only reveal the deep-seated contention permeating the entire fabric of the security institution, but also spotlights the deplorable state of interagency collaboration among security institutions in Nigeria. To further complicate these issues, rather than accept responsibilities and work towards effective solutions to resolving the challenges, we have seen an upsurge in the trading of blames for such occurrences by these agencies. Distinguished guests and participants, There is need for urgent review of security strategies underpinning interagency collaboration among security institutions in Nigeria. We are not saying that there is no interagency collaboration at all. There is, but I think there is more to be done. For if our security agencies are loggerheads, then you can imagine what will happen between citizens and security agencies. In terms of accountability for the agency rivalry, much of these clashes have largely gone unaddressed, with oversight agencies being one of the weakest links in the evaluation of security sector accountability. Although each of the security institutions have their internal control systems, increasing levels of trust and assurances are gained when external systems of accountability investigate and ensure the necessary disciplinary measures take effect as deterrents to these unsavory actions. The need for accountability to tackle interagency rivalry is essential as public resources, including financial and material, are often deployed in such clashes. Interagency rivalry continues to run Nigeria on the much needed cooperation, resources, information sharing, and intelligence that is needed to tackle security challenges in the country. And again, the confidence of the public through better cooperation by security agencies therefore needs to be enhanced at all levels of the society. In view of the foregoing, the imperative for moving beyond rhetoric to resolve focused collaboration and strategies within the security institutions becomes obvious. Interagency rivalry within the security agencies in Nigeria often arises as a result of perceived superiority complex as evidenced in relations between the Nigerian armed forces and the Nigerian police, the police and the personnel of other enforcement agencies. Of course, we can recall what happened recently in one of the roads between officers of the Nigerian police and the civil defense. That's a discussion for another day. Although the 1999 Constitution and other Eastern laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria set out the legal framework for each security agency through the mandate of these different institutions, the emerging security threats in Nigeria necessitate the need for these agencies to work collaboratively to address insecurity in the country. Interagency collaboration is an act of promoting active working relationship among multiple security agencies with a view to improving outcome at a reduced cost. Improving collaboration also leads to better coordination at addressing the issues and better utilization of state resources devoted to security. To this end, the Cleen Foundation recently embarked on a courtesy visit to the Inspector General of Police to discuss key public safety and security issues and the need for improved collaboration among the security agencies. As a follow-up to expand the conversation, the Foundation, in collaboration with the National Human Rights Commission, has convened this public safety and security dialogue as the first in a series to bring together key security agencies to discuss and examine the need for fostering interagency collaboration and cooperation as essential routes to putting the country on the path to a lasting peace and security. The dialogue draws keynote speakers and panelists to provide deliberations on strengthening interagency collaboration among security agencies in Nigeria and some things within interagency collaboration. And we are very grateful to General Atiluta for honoring us. We've been on his phone, on his email, calling him sometimes out of the country. We just wanted to make sure that he'll be here. And thankfully he's here. Not only that he came here before most of all. Can we put our hands together for him? Personally, one thing I've learned with both serving and retired security agencies is that if you invite them for a program, the likelihood of them coming before you is 98%. And I think it's something that we want to ask, that those of us who are bloody civilians should emulate our security agencies, especially the issue of time when it comes to coming to things that they don't observe African time or Nigerian time. Can we put our hands together to them? So key recommendations and actions emanating from this meeting will be developed and shared among various institutions and the media after the dialogue. The Foundation and the National Human Rights Commission will further engage with security institutions through our existing partnerships to ensure the execution of these recommendations. Distinguished guests and participants, the benefits accruing to the nation through interagency collaboration among security agencies in Nigeria are enormous. When security institutions collaborate, They serve as catalysts for design and implementation of strategies and policies that are timely and effective towards a reduction of operational risks associated with the duplication of duties. In conclusion, it is our hope that this meeting will not only educate the participants in the significance of interagency collaboration among security agencies in Nigeria, but will also importantly develop practical and policy-oriented approaches to solving interagency infractions in Nigeria. At the end of the day, I think both citizens and security agencies will be better equipped to resolve the lingering security challenges we have in Nigeria. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you all. And may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Find solution as to the interagency cooperation. We all had it when the professor was talking. You know, why would I, maybe from one security agency and another, for a common purpose, not do as it is to see security, you know, in Nigeria? It's like the rivalry, you know, expose us to more danger. I just read, even as I sat down here, you know, the serial killer telling, you know, the court to ask the Nigerian police about the money. And the Nigerian police is meant to keep security. Now it's like you're cooperating with a criminal. So where I and you, where are we safe? So we're here to find a common solution. Research has gone on. We have what Cleen has to tell us why we are here. A lot of write-up, a lot of studies. You know, we gather like this in forums. You know, we all talk, get the problem. It's like, to me, it's getting worse. But I want to appreciate Cleen Foundation and Human Rights for bringing us together in this forum. You know, and I pray that we all put our heads together to find a common solution to the security problems in the world. Thank you.
The Cleen Foundation and the Human Rights Commission for putting this dialogue together, because the issue involved is long overdue for discussion. We have had several properties belonging to the various agencies destroyed. We have had loss of lives. So I pray that at the end of the day, what will be discussed here, the political will exist for its implementation. Thank you so much.
Our ever-looking young general, retired Martin Luther Awai, my brother, Satoni Ojuku, and my teacher in the ISS. He's always there, always canceling my presentation. Until I got it right. I thank all of you that decided to talk on this thorny topic, because this has been the impediment towards the growth of security in Nigeria. By the day, things continue to turn bad because somebody is looking at the other person that is coming to take up his job. And it is not so. No matter the number of security agencies we have in Nigeria, we are even not there. In the US alone, they have 17 intelligence agencies. 17! And they still work together. When they gather information, they know where to send what. And you know how to get your intelligence. In the UK, they have 14. They still continue to create more. But in Nigeria today, this man is coming to take my job. The other man is not coming to take my job. Who told you somebody is coming to take your job? Like Madam said from the Defense College, unless it is inferiority complex that is your problem. You know, when somebody is not well armed in what you do, you feel inferior. I keep telling people, whenever I go to any place and I don't defend this rank well, government should remove it. You can imagine a deputy commandant general on consolidated salary structure. It is not grade level again, consolidated. I am passing. A DCP of police or a captain in the army will keep his hand like this. Keeping your hand like this, if I had joined the army, I would have been a general. Because all of us cannot belong to one organization. Whether you pay compliment, you don't pay compliment. I will enter my 508 executive. We must get our acts together. We must know that the military, what the military is for, what the civil defense is for, we come together to ensure that we get our security lapses. The lapses in security. When you really go for election, who do you report to? I went to go and report to my Commandant General. When you know that the police is the lead agency, why must my staff go to civil defense to report? We must know that the person we report to is the DIG, Deputy Inspector General of Police. So I teach my people that. I think by the time we sit down to discuss better, there are other things I want to mention. So I thank you for doing this and appreciating the DSS. When we went for a year course with the DSS, they had 48 agencies. 48 agencies came together. They always want that synergy. Other agencies must borrow a lead from them. Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Captain Veronica Williams. I'm the Human Rights Desk Officer at Army Headquarters Department of Civil Military Affairs. So I'm here to represent the department. The Chief of Civil Military Affairs is supposed to be here, but unfortunately he's somewhere in Kogi State for the commissioning of the project. So I'm here to represent the department, and my own aspect is going to be on the human rights protection, which we do in our office. So regarding interagency cooperation, what we actually do is that we receive complaints against the Nigerian army, filed by civilians, and we treat them. So we want to, seek the indulgence of all the other security agencies present, that if there is any case of human rights abuse against any personnel of the Nigerian army, you can report that, to the Nigerian Army Human Rights Desk. And we also have a call center, Nigerian Army Call Center, with a toll-free emergency line, which is 193. It can be called at any time, to report any case of human rights abuse. So the Nigerian Army is out there to protect human rights and to ensure that human rights laws and humanitarian laws are being, enforced during operations all over the country. So as we go into discussion, we're also going to, say some of the challenges that we feel are part of what is bringing sometimes what I think should be like kind of misunderstanding between security agencies when especially deployed in the field. So thank you, and I also want to thank the organizers for arranging this forum for us to discuss, and I hope at the end of the day we'll be able to have meaningful discussions and look for a way forward. Thank you very much.
FRC is delighted because in the first place, this dialogue is long overdue. The second to the last speaker, that's the man from our colleague from the civil defense, has actually laid the ground. And if we are to get it right, dialogue is very, very important. We in road safety, we know that for every crime to be committed, mostly they must pass through the road. True of us. And as we are finishing, they follow the road to their destination. So, coming to this place is very, very key to us. And that's why the core marshal in his own wisdom, he didn't send me alone. He said, go with 3 other people. So that at the end of it, whatsoever we are going to gather from this meeting, we know how to enrich our inputs. The Cleen Foundation, of course, we know the relationship between road safety and Cleen Foundation. it has been there. And for Human Rights Commission, using the route, you are right. But at the same time, there's limitation. Because they are what? Other road users. For now, we are here to participate. And we believe that whatsoever is going to come out from this meeting is going to be used to enrich the security apparatus of this country. And by extension, the safety of it. Thank you very much.
I would have loved to be related with the keynote speaker for today. But it is Angai. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to give a few remarks. And I want to pick up from where the last speaker left, and he said he's hoping that the conversation today would help in achieving the goal of national security. And I think I want to just let us think about what matters really in national security, and that's human security. And human security is about the people you're securing. I've read the national security strategy for Nigeria, and it says that Nigeria our national security approach is a human security approach. And one of the critical things about human security is freedom from fear. I don't know how many of us are not afraid right now, whether security officers, ordinary citizens. I'm from Jos. I find it difficult to travel to Jos now. Anytime I need to travel, I really seriously think about it. I'm afraid of going on the road. Accidents, kidnappers, communal clashes that spring up at any time. I think there's fear, I've never been so afraid in Abuja either. I've been in Abuja for a couple of years. Whenever I'm traveling, I live somewhere after Barrington, it's called Kasana, so when I'm leaving town, I call it traveling. When I'm going back home, sometimes I drive like a crazy person. I hardly press my brakes because I'm afraid. I think that one of the things that our security agencies can do when we're thinking about this interagency collaboration is this human security. We're collaborating not just because of anything, but to secure the people in the country. If that is the goal that we achieve through our collaboration, not thinking about ourselves, about protecting our space, struggling between the police and the NSCDC. I was in a meeting recently where they were talking about the Joint Doctrine Command of the military. And they said, we have it, but then still you hear about this interagency rivalry, competition. And sometimes you wonder, what is it we're competing about? So we're competing about space, we're competing about resources. Why don't we think about the people? So these are my remarks, and I hope that as we have the conversation today, we'll think about our national security strategy and the approach, and the fact that the human security is central, and central to that is the freedom from fear. Thank you.
I think we are getting to the main point in terms of the agenda. You can see that we are now on the keynote speech, and we are very delighted to have here this morning General Retired Martin Luther Aguirre, who is going to take us through this. Please, can we give him a round of applause? Nigeria and abroad, culminating in his promotion to 4-star rank and appointment as Chief of Defense Staff in June 2006. During his military service, General Aguirre was directing staff and chief instructors at the Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Jaji, Nigeria, and the Nigerian Defense Advisor, covering the entire Southern African sub-region, stationed at Harare, Zimbabwe. He also served as the Deputy Force Commander of United Nations Mission in Sierra Leone, where he introduced the hotspot disarmament that assisted the mission during the disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration. So he was also the Deputy Military Advisor at the UN headquarters in New York, Nigerian Chief of Army Staff of Nigerian Army, and Chief of Defense Staff. Additionally, General Aguirre was the last force commander of the African Union mission in Sudan,
and the first FC of the AU-UN hybrid operation in Darfur on transfer of authority in December 2007. General Agua is the recipient of several awards, including the Ambassador's Award from the National Defense University, Washington, D.C., USA, the Nigerian National Award Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, and 2010 Visionary Award from the African Center for Strategic Studies. He's a graduate of the National Defense University, Washington, D.C., USA, and currently serves as Pro-Chancellor of Bingham University, Nigeria, and a visiting professor at the King's College, London. Please can we give it up?
Let me start by thanking the organizers, Cleen and the Human Rights who have invited me. When Barrister Vincent whispered that to me, he knows that I was reluctant because one, I've told you one reason my knowledge is so old about these issues. Secondly, many of you will not believe I'm a very shy person. I don't want to come into public until absolutely necessary. But with all that, let's then start the conversation. And I will start the conversation by telling you a story. And if you can't remember anything, I rattle through later, remember this story. You remember when Charles Taylor left Liberia to Nigeria? Though some of you may know that. He was not escorted from Liberia to Nigeria by Nigerian government. It was the AU and ECOWAS that brought Charles Taylor to Nigeria. I was in position to know that. He stayed in Calabar. And one day, when things were becoming tough, Charles Taylor wanted to leave Nigeria. I'm not Charles Taylor, but I think he wanted to go to Libya. Because he left Calabar, moving northward, and was stopped in Lake Chad area to go to Chad and to Libya. And the war was on Nigeria. Charles Taylor is a wanted fugitive, and Nigeria is allowing Charles Taylor to escape. In the process, the president and commander-in-chief was not even in the country when it happened. At last, Taylor was apprehended, and thank God, because I don't know what the world would have thought of Nigeria. But after that incident, they now had a National Security Council meeting, and I remember from the army chain, I was then the chief of army staff, from the army chain of command, the story I had was the army intelligence group that led to the arrest or the stopping of Charles Taylor to leave Nigeria. And because he was identified by a corporal who served in Liberia during the Liberian crisis. But my other sister services also have their own intelligence from their own channel of command, chain of command. And during the meeting, which was chaired by the president, the SSS or DSS today said it was their personnel that arrested Taylor. The police said no, it was them. The army said no, it was us. And in the wisdom of the old man, the president, he said, whether an army or an SSS, the thing where I like is Taylor was arrested. So that is the wisdom. That it doesn't matter who did it. The most important thing that somebody did it to stop Nigeria from an embarrassment, an international embarrassment. So if all of us will act in that spirit, not taking glory of who did it, But who did it for Nigeria is the most important thing. The name of Nigeria as a country was saved. With that, let me now go into my presentation. These words are the key words, and that's why I'm starting with them. Collaboration. I hope you can read it. If you can read it, I will not insult anybody here trying to read. But what I want to say is that to improve process outcome at a reduced cost, when we're talking about collaboration, reduced cost, especially in these days when there is no money. Next, collaboration by party. You can read it. But the important thing is the relationship within agency and across other agencies in order to achieve common goal. The common goal is what we are going to see very soon. Next, Jerry, on his own, talked about developing collaborative partnership, both federal, state, municipal, or local government. But the interesting word is private industry and non-governmental organizations to advancing national security. So you see, it's not only the job of federal government, it's not the job of state or local government, but everybody, because the industry and the NGOs are all involved. So it's an all-encompassing thing for all of us, and that is what collaboration is all about. So if we take collaboration from that angle, then next, though the topic and the heading did not talk about it, but I found out that cooperation is a very key thing. And the definition I want us to look at, one of them is that talks about adjusting of internal or an external procedure to adequately support. So all the agencies, your job is to work together in a cooperative way that you adequately support each other, not to be on each other's throat.